And we're back with more Dracula 3, part 4 this time. Let's just jump into it. Boobadoo. Give it a second to catch the stream. There we go. Last time, we went to the castle. We found out that the bridge is broken. We can't get in. We also were able to associate our dragon tile here with the family of Vlad the Impaler. He was apparently a member of his family sigil was the dragon. We also found out that this fellow here is a journalist. Well, we knew he was a journalist, but he's apparently a disowned journalist. Like, his newspaper fired him, and the police don't believe his stories. He seems pretty confident in his stories, and we don't really have any basis for knowing who's right and who's wrong. Okay. Let's do the phone call thing first. We're supposed to call and verify a story. Number, please. Just one moment, please. Hello, International Switchboard. Rome for Vladoviste. Rome, Vatican 65. Please hold. You're connected. This is Cardinal. No. This is Cardinal. Oh my god. This is Father Arno Moriani. Delighted to hear your voice. So, Mr. Devil's Advocate, what's the weather like in Transylvania? Stormy, but that doesn't bother me. It gives the countryside a kind of tragic coloring. Can I contact the Diocese of Alba Lula directly? No, it's better at this time that I contact him. Could you tell me what the reason is for such haste in the investigation of Martha's case? The Diocese of Alba Lula let it be known that the canonization of a local native would enable the Catholics, who are a minority in Transylvania, to reaffirm their identity with regard to the Orthodox. This can be very important in a nation under construction. That's why the process began so quickly. The village currently has no priest. Do you think I should celebrate the Mass in the church? It would seem self-evident, but the diocese might object. I'd rather not run the risk, unless circumstances force you to. If you had to celebrate a funeral mass, for example. How is your investigation going? I have some new elements, but I'd rather verify the information before I tell you about it. I appreciate your conscientiousness. Call me back as soon as you're sure of your facts. Goodbye, Your Eminence. Be well, Arno. Cool. What do we need to do? Nothing. Alright, let's go to the clinic and look at the paintings. Oh, wait. Oh, she's not here. I can't get in. Such ominous music. Father, help me return to the task that Martha... Oh, no, I already did this. Okay. Alright, I think we've done everything we can. What else is there to do? Can I still get in here? I cannot. And I can't go that way any further, okay. Nothing new here. I went to visit the ruins of the Castle of Twilight. I'm trying to do like a really froggy voice.
Did you like that? Me, I never go up there.
I met a gypsy in the village.
She's back, that swindler? With her cards and her dice, she cheated many a man. What a scandal.
Okay. Alright. It seems like there's some sort of story event we need to trigger by wandering around. Hey, she's turned away. Luana. You are an outsider, like me. Beware of the people of this village. What is the event I need to trigger? Let's go talk to Janice again real quick. Oh, that's it. Am I missing something? What are my objectives? I don't have any objectives. Call... Oh. Is that not what I just did? Did I not just do that? Oh, I mixed up Gregorio and my boss. Different person. Okay. My bad. My bad, everybody. Called the wrong brother. Wrong brother, you know? I make that mistake all the time. We'll do this voice for the next person. Hold the line. Great. Could I speak to Father Gregorio Nigescu, please? This is Father Arno Moriani. One moment, I'll see. This is Father Gregorio Nigescu. Hello, this is Father Arno Moriani. Father, I have to discuss a very delicate subject with you. Please answer my questions very precisely. It's important. Do you know Stefan Luca? He's a journalist, a friend of Martha's. They developed photographs together. According to Stefan Luca, Martha Caligaro believed in vampires and engaged in strange rituals. It's true. And before you ask the question, yes, I helped her. You do know the position of the church on this subject, don't you? I know it, and I don't think that it's a very reasonable position when you think about the question. Seated in an office in Rome, but in Vladoviste the situation is different. Do you want to tell me how things happened? I went to the dispensary to give extreme unction to Sheldrick, a poor child who was wasting away. I added a few of the usual prayers, and then I gave Martha the sacred house. She used the wafers to draw a protective circle around the sick boy. Was it sacrilege? You're entitled to think so, but the child was going to die, in spite of all the transfusions. We had to try everything to drive away the creature that was feeding on him. What would you have done in my place? I know that in spite of all your efforts, you weren't able to save Sheldrick. Unfortunately not. 2 nights later, the window opened mysteriously and the wind blew away the protective circle. Martha found the child dead, with wounds on his neck. Did you inform the police of Sheldrick's death? Yes, a waste of time, haha. Did Martha call on you for other cases besides Sheldrick's? The war began shortly after the child's death. I left the village to serve as an army chaplain. Upon my return, we tried to save a young amnesia victim. The girl seemed possessed. She ripped off the garlic necklaces that we hung on her neck and left her room every night. She didn't survive long. Young Ariel almost died as well, but Martha saved him by sending him away from the village. It was probably the only thing to do. Stefan Luca holds that Martha was murdered. It's very likely. I knew she was threatened, but I'd offered a dog to protect her. Now that seems to me to have been laughable, as if a dog could have stopped the enemy she was confronting. Do you think that enemy was a vampire? A supernatural creature? Oh, dang it. Have you ever heard of the Path of the Dragon? Martha spoke of it, me to me of it. It's sort of an accursed weight of the cross, which leads to the source of the evil. She embarked upon it against my advice. I wanted to protect her. I was wrong. Why is that? She died fighting. I fled. Today it is she who has the good part. I'm terrified of pushing spacebar because I keep missing text. Thank you for your frankness, Father. Of course, you realize that after your revelations, Martha will never be canonized. Yes, of course. What does it matter if she rests in peace? Another thing, if a direct question is asked, I shall be forced to evoke your part in this business. So be it. You should know that my only regret is not to have helped Martha more. In the end, I slipped away. It was cowardly of me. The Lord is our only judge. I have no wish to condemn you. Goodbye, Father. Goodbye, Father Arno. All right, now it's time to make my report to Monsieur Brigante. Number, please. Please hold.
This is Cardinal Valeschi Briganti.
This is Father Arno Moriani.
How is your investigation going?
A journalist friend of Martha Caligula has a strange story to tell. He maintains she was assassinated by a dark power. Terrified? Okay.
What? And what did the police think?
According to them, the reporter is a pathological liar and Martha wasn't right in the head. As for me, I'm coming to more or less the same conclusions. I have proof that Martha believed in vampires and kept them away with the sacred host.
How could that be? The file seems so serious. What a disappointment. And as for those vampire stories, tell me, was the parish priest aware of this?
Yes.
And he did nothing, said nothing.
Well, that is...
Don't tell me he took part in these magical rites. No! Good heavens, and was he paid for that?
I have no reason to think so. He seemed entirely disinterested and sincere to me, and he's very sick.
Rest assured that I don't want to incriminate him personally, but we have to react at once or people will say the Catholic Church encourages superstition. Stay near your phone, please, Arno. I'll make 2 calls and get right back to you.
I'm gonna make him sweat. Picking my teeth. Need to shave a little better. Nice night, right? Let's have a sip of drink. Drinking some iced tea. It has a cap on it because it's in an old like cranberry juice bottle. All right, I'll answer it. This is Father Arno Moriani.
Arno, I've informed the Diocese of Albalula. They're stunned and they say it's a setup. Are you sure about what you're putting forth?
The testimony of Father Gregorio seems conclusive to me.
How could a priest encourage practices of the sort? That's the crux of the matter. I spoke about it upstairs and learned to my consternation that we're not dealing with an isolated instance here. How could a priest... Believe it or not, this is the 20th century and there's a fresh outbreak of belief in vampires. It's probably connected to the success of certain novels that have troubled impressionable minds. And so I have new instructions for you.
I suppose that I close the Caligula file then.
Certainly, and you open another one on vampires.
Excuse me?
You heard me right. Study the legend, demolish it, prove that it is not based on reality. We'll give your report widespread distribution.
Yes, but hasn't the church already taken a position on that question?
To be sure, Benedict XV formally condemned belief in vampires, but that was 2 centuries ago. It's time to bring his message up to date.
What exactly am I to do?
Seek the origins of the myth, but also pay attention to its literary aspects, its recent manifestations. show that those phenomena that terrorize the naive are either pure fabrication or have explanations that aren't supernatural.
Isn't God supernatural? I'm a little confused. Would a miracle be considered supernatural?
Let me insist on one point, Arno. For your research, it's important that you consult the best scientific experts. We need the authority of a doctor and a historian to support your conclusions.
Is this a party game? Do you think that a rational discourse can vanquish superstition?
I know the battle is definitely never won, but it must be fought. I hope the task doesn't seem too daunting for you.
Not at all. You're entrusting me with an unexpected job, but a very interesting one. I'll get at it without delay.
I'm counting on you. Goodbye. Be well, Arno.
Alright. We gotta recruit a historian and a doctor. I know exactly who that's gonna be. It's not gonna be this guy, but I figured we'd talk to him real quick. It just so happens that my congregation has ordered me to undertake an inquiry on the vampires. Inquire? To fight? Suppose they exist. If that's the case, isn't it essential to study them first? Know thy enemy. Ours is wily and difficult to get at, unless we take the path of the dragon. That was Martha's conviction. The path of the dragon? The dragon, the vampire, Dracula. All these names designate our adversary. The path of the dragon leads to his lair. Look at this file that Martha entrusted me with her return from Turkey. She established that the path comprised 7 trials. The related documents are sorted in 7 folders. 7 trials. Trial number 1. Where have I seen this? I know I've seen this. Yes, photographed by Martha. According to her, this painting has a connection with the first stage of the Path of the Dragon. Really? The painting has a hidden meaning? Martha thought so. She spoke to me of other versions of the same work of art, slightly modified reproductions she examined in private collections. According to her, to understand the hidden message, the original is not enough. It has to be compared to the copies and the variations noted. Do you have the other versions of the painting? Unfortunately not. Martha gave me this file at the beginning of her research, for she feared her papers would be stolen. Afterwards, we had a falling out, and she didn't transmit anything else to me. I'm certainly lacking some essential pieces. We're radically changing style, you could say. This other document is a sketch Martha made of an ancient bas-relief. The inscription is hard to make out. It vaguely resembles Enochian. But the drawing is clear. The figure is slashing his veins. It's a stick figure. I see the sketch is classified in the first folder with a crucifixion. Is there a connection, then, between these 2 documents and the first stage of the path? For Martha, there was no doubt about it. Here's a sketch of another bas-relief, from the same place as the previous one. Martha associated it with the second trial. There aren't any other documents? Nothing for the 5 last tests? They're all I have, but I'm sure that Martha found many others. If only I'd been more conciliatory. Father, we have to follow the path of the dragon. Let's go to Turkey, since Martha went there. Together, we'll succeed. For my investigation, I have to consult a historian specialized in vampire mythology. Unfortunately, those that I know aren't accessible, but I really do need help to assemble documents about the path. You told me you had a falling out with Martha. One day, I found her in a state of shock. She wouldn't tell me anything, but I understood that she'd been threatened. I told her she was taking too many risks. She wasn't listening to me, so I got angry. She answered that she'd do without my help, and she never spoke to me again about the path. It was stupid of me. If I'd backed her up all the way, she might still be alive. Today, it's my duty to finish what she began. Alone, if you won't help me. Why this document gathering? This meticulous classification. Martha said it was the only way to discover objects and symbols related to each trial. She added that, without that knowledge, it was impossible to attain the end of the path. Plus, she was a scientist. Where did Martha find her documentation? She haunted public and private libraries. I know she frequently visited the Albalula Museum. It burned shortly after her death. I have a feeling it wasn't by accident. Have you returned to the dispensary since Martha's death? I went to give blood at the request of Dr. Maria Florescu. You didn't try to recover any documents? What's the point in harassing young Maria? I'm sure there's nothing left of Martha's archives. Our enemy has had plenty of time to destroy them. Okay. Cool. I think... Is this where it was? No. Looks like this is going to be a globe-trotting adventure. I didn't realize that. I think the painting I saw wasn't here. Oh, it's open. I can go in. Oh, no. This was this thing. Why is this open now? This was locked just like 10 minutes ago. There's obviously a ton more to do here, but it seems like we're about to leave to go on a journey. Oh, what's Anna? Mr. Florescu came by. Or sorry, Dr. Florescu. She asked you to go to the dispensary because she needs blood donors, if you don't mind. Fine, I'll go there. Do you know if legends about vampires go around the village? Those aren't legends, Father. Begging your pardon, but you shouldn't talk about those things. It brings bad luck. Tell me, Father, do you think Martha will be sanctified? Do you mean canonized? Yeah, that's it. I hope she'll be canonized. A saint and a pilgrimage. That's what Vladoviste is missing. That'd sure make people come, you know. I haven't the heart to tell her the truth. That's the outbox for the mail. Hey, the onions are gone. What'd you do with the onions? Tell me! Okay. Alright. Let's go chat with Florescu again. And we need to keep our eyes open for that painting that I swear I've seen before. Come in, it's open. Well, thank you for stopping by. I noticed that my blood stocks were really insufficient. Certainly. I was a priest medic during the war. I saw many lives saved thanks to transfusions. Also, you're a nurse as well. Then you'll be able to do it yourself. Great, I have to rush off to see a patient on the other side of the village. I didn't mean to do this voice. Oh, what exactly do I have to do? Draw your blood and place the bottle in the refrigerated chest. The combination is easy to remember. I missed that last part. They're coming to get me. I have to go. Could you mark your blood in the analysis reports and also determine the types of the 3 donors? I didn't have the time to run the tests. Oh yes, and if the phone rings, please answer. I'm just watching her shop now. Alright, down to work. I hope I haven't lost the touch. Let me just check what she said, Rumik, because I wasn't reading fast enough. Blood stocks are really insufficient. Would you let me take a sample of yours? Other side of the village. Draw your blood and place the bottle in the refrigerated chest. Combination easy to remember. The date of the dispensary was built. They're coming to get me. I have to go. Could you mark your blood type in the analysis reports and also determine the types of the last 3 donors? Okay. Cool. Creepy. Creepazord. A hand washing animation. These animations are terrifying. It reminds me of like Diablo 2. Although I think this game is newer than Diablo 2. Before anything, collect a bottle of my blood and place it in the refrigerated cabinet. Okay, it's gonna make me do things in order. I have to sterilize this equipment before I use it. For that, I'm gonna need to boil water, right? Unless I can... I mean, this isn't how you do it, but... It might expect that... No. It might expect that the player won't know how to do it. Okay. What? Okay. Needs firewood? Okay. Boiling water. This is a cool little cooking thing. Ah, the phone. Domino's Pizza. It'll be better for me to call from the... What? No. I'm answering the phone. Ah! Maria asked me to answer the telephone. Is this not it? Oh, there we go. This is Professor Heinrich von Kruger. This is Professor Arno, or Father Arno Moriani. Dr. Florescu is out. May I take a message? Please ask her to call me back as soon as possible at Munich 321941. I'll be sure to do that. Goodbye, Professor. Goodbye, Father. Okay. You gonna make me boil it again? Well, actually, let's take my tools. Put them in there. There we go. I know, but I'm putting them in first. Kind of a weirdo boils and then puts the stuff in. First, I have to wash my hands with soap. Never handle medical equipment with dirty hands. During the war, I saw far too many comrades die from infected wounds. I did wash my hands. Just did it in a different order. If that had a different animation, I would have lost my mind. Sterilized equipment. Alright. Is there anything in here I can interact with while we're, like, hanging around? Can I say hello to the doggo? Hi, doggo. Okay, how does one use... What's this? Exertitio anatomica de moto cordis et sanguinis in animalbus, a reprint of the famous book by William Harvey, who discovered in 1629 the circulation of blood. Okay. How do I use it? First, I did that. What the? Is that not the act of washing my hands with soap? What's this? cotton? Alcohol? Do I have swabbies? This is cotton. Where's my arm? Where's my arm? Put my arm here. Where do I put my arm down? I am fairly confused. How do I... there's something here I don't understand. Collect a bottle of my blood and place it in the refrigerated cabinet. Right. I'm trying. The first step is the tourniquet, is it not? Citrate, what is that used for? Isn't that used... That's the yellow stuff they put on you. No, that's iodine. That's iodine. I don't know what citrate's used for. Oh, I see. Maybe I don't. What? I don't understand. What the nonsense? Oh! Okay. Tourniquet. There we go. Cotton swab. There we go. I've done this 100 times to other people, but giving yourself a shot is not the same thing. Be brave. It has to be done. It's wobbling. Woo! Okay. That's the right place. All that's left to do is to press the needle deep into the vein. Get a hammer. Okay. What? What am I missing? Is it not deep enough? Did I just pump a bunch of air into my veins? Alcohol imbibed cotton. Why did that not work? What? This is harder than I thought. Oh, you take this off. I gotcha. I do remember that. The ampule is full, perfect. 814. Now I have to store the bottle of blood in the refrigerated cabinet. Is this? Right, so I need to find the code. What? Okay, well, like, I might have seen this hint somewhere before. Let me look around. I feel like the hint was on the front door, actually. Can I step outside? It will let me step outside. I think it's right here. Never mind. It's not right there. Oh, 1905. Well, that might be a street number. Just, I mean, this is probably too small a village to have a street number, so we'll assume it's not. 1905. Oh, not 6, 5. Where's the release? There we go. The door of the refrigerated cabinet mustn't stay open too long. Alright. Alright, let's throw this in here, then let's take a quick break. Now I have to figure out my blood type as well as the last 3 donors and update the analysis reports. Okay, let's take a quick break. I will see you all in the next one.